What are the top 3 things you need to start the keto journey? We're getting ready to find out. Stay tuned. Hey guys, Spence with Trash Panda Keto Kitchen, the channel for new keto users or those that are just curious about the keto lifestyle. So today we are going to be talking about the 3 things that I think are the most important that you need to begin your keto journey. Hey, if this is your first time here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and then click that notification bell so you're notified every time we drop a new video. And we are going to be dropping a lot of videos this month because this month we are going to start to transition into everybody's favorite time of year, the holiday seasons, along with our New Year's resolutions. And so knowing that, these next few videos that you're going to see are all going to transition into how we start doing keto on January 1st and doing all the prep work beforehand so that once that day comes, we are ready to start and we are ready to start in the right mood. So the first thing I think you need is that you need an app that will actually measure how many carbs, proteins, and fats you are consuming on a daily basis. Now, this video is not sponsored by Carb Manager. It is just the app that I happen to use. Now, for a full year for Carb Manager, it is about $39. But to me, it is well worth it. Okay, guys, just to give you a general overview of what Carb Manager can do, and again, this is not sponsored by Carb Manager, but I just kind of wanted to show you a particular tracking mechanism that you could use. So for this one, for Carb Manager, I just pull up a random date, April 8th. This was my daily log, and so you can see that I had 25 grams of net carbs, 99 grams of fat, and 49 grams of protein. Now, what's particularly kind of cool about this is I can click, say, the fat, and I know that I had 67 grams of fat left. I had another 84 grams of protein left, but I only had 2 grams of net carbs. And this is everything that I logged that I ate. It's not that hard to kind of log everything, and so knowing this allows you a little bit more accuracy on how you're doing it. One of the cool things about this program that I really enjoy is that I can take this and really start to get some ideas on some of the meals that I want. And so if I want something that's quick and easy, if I want a breakfast, a dessert, a lunch, a main dish, it's all kind of here. And so, I start looking at this and I go, okay, so, the keto bacon wrapped chicken thigh with cheddar sauce is something that maybe I want to kind of take a look at. I know that looking at this, I can add it for, say, dinner. And I know that it's 2 net carbs, 58 grams of fat, and 36 grams of protein. And for this particular day, if I would have eaten this for dinner, I would have been just fine because it tells me I had 2 net carbs, which left me right at that 27 grams, 58 grams of fat, which means I would have had 9 grams of fat left over, and then the protein of 36 grams, I would have been fine. And so adding this for a dinner would have actually been a great option for me if I'd have looked at it. You also have the ability to add in your measurements, meal planners, reports, settings. I mean, there's just a lot more you can get into. So definitely, I recommend this one. You pick what you want to pick, but that is kind of the important thing that you need to understand about logging your food. So the second thing you're going to need, and I'm not going to link it because you can find them just about at any grocery store, Target, Walmart, anywhere else, is you're going to need a scale. Now, the only thing I will tell you is that on this scale, you're going to want something that can measure both ounces and grams. Some of the recipes you run across, they're going to find people will list them, if they're overseas, they're going to list things in grams. And so they may say you need, for instance, on one of our recipes on our channel, we utilized 30 grams of cacao butter. How much is 30 grams? Now you can do the conversion chart, you can go through all these different things, but it's just much easier if you can put it on your scale and just start adding until you hit 30 grams, right? And so that's part of doing this lifestyle or this diet, is to make it as easy as possible. The second part is to make sure you're accurately putting out the proper portions that you're supposed to be eating. And so if you look at something, and a great example would be, say, hamburger meat. If I go to make a hamburger and I say in my Carb Manager that I utilized 4 ounces of hamburger, but I've actually, say, made an 8-ounce burger, a half-pound burger, that makes a difference in how you track your macronutrients and your carbs and proteins and fats for the day. And so it's something as simple as saying, okay, so I'm going to have 6 ounces of hamburger, put it on the scale, measure out 6 ounces, and once you do it enough times, we don't even use the scale that much anymore, only because we started to know and started to realize how much our food is and how much we weigh and what a proper portion of food looks like now, which was not the case when we first started. So make sure you get a scale. That's number 2. Third thing you're going to need, You're going to need a plan. And I'm going to say that several times, and I can't say it again. I just can't say it enough. You need a plan. If you go on January 1st and you start your journey down on keto and you have not actually done any prep work, it's going to be a very short diet. You really need to plan out and start doing some research. One of the things that we talked about was on Carb Manager, you had a list of all the things of recipes that are available to you that you can do. Now, meal prep is probably one of the most important things you do. And for me, meal prep means taking the right thing out of the freezer and making sure it's thawed. The worst thing you can do is have chicken thighs planned for dinner and they're not thawed out and you have no other course of action other than, say, bacon and eggs or throwing together some pancakes or something. So if you really have your stuff together, make sure your meal prep is on point, and then you'll never run out of food and you'll never run out of ideas what to make for your recipes. The second thing, hunger. As with just a regular diet or anything else, there is going to be a little bit of hunger. Here and there, you should not be starving. Let me say that again. If you're doing this correctly, you should not be starving. You should be full quite often. If you're drinking enough water, if you're getting enough snacks in, you're going to hit all of your macros and you're going to hit all of your gates to make sure you're getting everything right. And so you shouldn't really find yourself hungry that much. If you do, a little bit of water, some snacks, macadamia nuts, walnuts, anything like that is going to help you get over that little bit of a hump that you may find yourself in. Boredom. You are going to find boredom will set in at about month, call it 3. You're going to get excited about making cauliflower mashed potatoes, broccoli, green beans, chicken thighs, steaks, bacon, eggs, all these things that you can make. But what you're going to find out at about month 3 is you've made them every which way you can make them. And you're going to start to reach out and try to figure out how to beat that boredom. So understand that at about that 90-day mark, you're going to run into some food boredom. And that's where you're going to have to get creative. You'll see on this channel, what we have done is we've taken some recipes and we've repurposed them. And you're going to find yourself doing that a couple different times. And so we took something like the blueberry muffins, took the blueberry out and made biscuits. And out of that, we made a donut. And then we added chocolate, we made a chocolate donuts. And then we added some nuts on top of that with some coconut flakes, and we made a different kind of donut. And so you're going to find that you're going to repurpose some of these recipes, and that a lot of these keto recipes have very common ingredients. And so understand that, and understand that at some point you're going to get bored a little bit, but it's also going to open you up to some new things, which is going to actually be pretty cool. The last thing I will tell you, research. Research. Take a look at YouTube, not only my channel, but go to some other channels, and we're going to talk about that in the next video. But make sure you're doing your research to find out what it is you can and what you can't have. The key part of, or the key component anyways, of keto is that you stay in ketosis. It's not uncommon to sit there and have a cheat snack or cheat meal, but understand that if you kick yourself out of ketosis, you basically start from step 1 again, and then you got to get back into ketosis, which could take anywhere from 2 days to 4 or 5 days, depending on your age or fit and the whole 9 yards. So you don't want to put yourself unintentionally out of ketosis if you can't help it. And so know that down the line, there's going to be some times where you can throw in some cheat meals and you can throw in some food that you're probably not supposed to have, but you're going to find that time is going to come sooner than you think, as long as you stick to your diet. Make sure you plan. All right, guys, so to wrap it up, the 3 things you're going to need. You're going to need an app, you're going to need a scale, and you're going to need a plan. If you put those 3 things into action, you are going to be highly successful on the ketosis diet, and you're going to find yourself being able to stick to the diet, and you're going to have fun doing it, because really, you should have a lot of fun doing this diet. It's not that hard once you get into it. Follow these rules, and I think you'll be successful. Hey, if this is your first time here, do me a favor, share that video, click the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We're quickly closing in on 150 subscribers. Love everything you guys are doing. Really looking forward to the new year, getting out of 2020, as I think most everybody else is. Let's get this stuff done together. Look forward to the next videos. Thank you. Take care. Be kind to each other.